All right, Nukenites, this is it. The final matchup of the round of 8. I'm sure this is one of the ones you've been waiting for. Jedong versus Flash was probably the big one you were waiting for. But yes, this will be interesting to see if Stork, my favorite player, the Protoss King, can claw his way back up against Shine. He's already lost the first set, but that was on El Nino. I mean, all Protoss lose against Zerg on El Nino, aside from one that I can't really remember. Actually, that was Stork, I think. Come to think of it, I know that Stork beat Gameo on El Nino, but not looking good for the rest of the Protoss players playing on El Nino, including Stork in that first set. And Shine has had one of the toughest roads up this OSL. Beat Bisu, beat Effort and Fantasy, and now he beat Stork in Game 1. So he's definitely showing his grit, I think. Here we go. 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. I don't know why I just did my movie voice. Movie's not playing in this game, but whatever. Here we go. Go Away versus... Thank you. Shine is blue, and Stork is up at the 10 o'clock position in yellow. Here's Shiny McShinerson down there at the 5 o'clock position. And we'll see if Stork has brought his A-game. It's brand new Samsung Con uniforms. They aren't showing the jacket there, but I've seen the new jacket from Samsung Con, and it is hideous. I don't know who designed some of these outfits, like STX and now Con. Just absolutely hideous. That is not hideous. That is a great drawing. But yes, imagine that times a million worse, and you've got the Samsung Con jackets. Because the people who design the Samsung Con jackets don't seem to get that orange and blue are on opposite sides of the color wheel, which means they make an uncomfortable radiance when put too close together. Learn your colors, people. Learn your colors. But Stork's going out, throwing down his very standard Forge Fast Expand, going to scout the second direction on Shiny McShinerson. And Shine played pretty well in the first set against Stork. Stork really didn't have the right strategy for El Nino. Not many Protoss players have. In fact, I don't think any Protoss have really figured out that map yet, which could pose a problem in the semifinals, potentially. But, yes, Stork just didn't quite know what to do. He had his ground army out, but he couldn't really get enough gas to support a lot of Corsairs. It was just a big mess. And Shine took advantage of it by rolling the dice and making sure that he could take out all of the aerial units. And then he took air superiority, and he had the game. Because, like Outsider, El Nino is it's very tough to maneuver on that map. But this map is probably going to be a different story. If Shine wins on this map, it will definitely show that he is a great Zerg player if he beats Stork on this map, because Stork showing very, very good versus Zerg play these days. Some of the best of any of the Protoss players, I think, which is really saying something. I mean, Bisu, he's getting his up. Make no mistake about that. For a while, Bisu was kind of stubborn, kind of losing a lot to Zerg, not playing all that great. But yeah, I think he's picked his game up. And Stork, in an interview recently, he was talking about being at the World Cyber Games. Oh, there's Shine's mom or grandma. She's in the audience all the time when he's playing. Just adorable. But okay, back to the interview that Stork had. Stork said he talked to Bisu a lot during the World Cyber Games because I think they shared the hotel room, which, by the way, the footage for Learning and Fun with Bork comes from. Just one little special they did filming those guys getting ready for World Cyber Games. But yes, Stork said that he learned a lot from Bisu. They talked a lot about how to face off against Zerg, and they kind of learned a lot from that experience. He didn't go into specifics, which I don't blame him for. He's probably they probably discussed certain strategies, but yes, I think they both helped each other get up. Bork power, people. That is true Bork power. No cannons here, but this is cross position, so that shouldn't be a huge deal. Stork put down his Nexus, getting up his Cybernetics core, and he is preparing to go for some kind of awesome Protoss strategy because he's Stork, and that's what he does. Yes, I'm definitely rooting for Stork in this series, but before this series, by the way, I should detail the builds a little bit here. The lair coming up, 3 hatcheries, 4 Shine, and only 1 cannon at the front. But Stork has that cannon in a very nice position. It'll be very tough to do a Zergling run by, because he'll be able to run up with his probes, block that choke, and the cannon should take care of the rest. But yeah, like I said, before this game, and really the week before this game, I've kind of been psyching myself into this, because it's sometimes, I have to be honest, it's tough to be a Stork fan. Not nearly as tough as it is to be a Savior fan, mind you, but yeah, it's kind of tough to be a Stork fan, because Stork, he's an older player, but he's an older player that actually does well. So when he goes up against players that have really, really, really good mechanics, sometimes he will fail just because of the mechanics. He's a very low APM player. I think he usually caps out at about 280, maybe a little bit less than that, and that's pretty low, even as far as Protoss players go. Protoss can usually maintain about 300 and be okay. Most Zerg these days are going about 400. By hero goes about 500. Some other Zergs are pushing 500 these days, APM. You can compare some of the other Protoss players. Bisu usually pushes 400. Not really sure why. Not that much to do as a Protoss player, but that is impressive anyway. But yeah, I psyched myself into this because, yeah, I'm prepared for Stork to lose. I'm prepared for that. I don't want him to lose, but I'm prepared for it anyway. I don't want my heart to be broken. One of my most vivid memories of StarCraft, by the way, there's the probe scout going down. Yeah, Stork, he's getting his zealots back here, but one of the most vivid and hurtful memories I have is in actually last season's Pro League when Stork was in a Super Ace match against Effort. It was for CJ Entis versus Khan. The winner would move up and be able to go through another quarterfinals, I think. It was getting pretty close to the top. And I was rooting for Stork so much. I stayed up very late. I was in the SC2 GG IRC, and I was talking to the guys like, man, I know Stork's going to win this. I know he's going to win this. Fought against Effort on Outsider. He went for his ground army. It was actually, well, I guess it wasn't that similar to the Shine one-set game, but he went for basically all Dragoons. And he lost. And seeing Stork's face after that game, it was very hard to sleep after that. He really is my favorite player, and he's had a big effect on me, not only as a commentator, but as a person. I mean, think about how much Stork has changed over the past year, how good he's gotten. Oh, Corsair going down. As soon as I say Stork has gotten good, he loses a Corsair, of course. You can kind of see the disappointment on his face right there. Doesn't want to lose a Corsair this early in the game. But, yep. Like I said, I am prepared for Stork to lose, but I don't think he's going to. Stork getting some nice micro to fight off these Zerglings. But, whoa, he actually does fight off the Zerglings. That was some excellent micro from him. Shine's kind of funny. When you watch him microing, you can see his mouth move. He looks really into it. And Shine has some very, very good mechanics. I definitely can't take anything away from him as far as that goes. Shine trying to hover around and take out a potential shuttle, but didn't manage to get anything done with those Scourge. Looks like Stork is preparing, throwing down a cannon just in case there should be a Mutalisk attack. And Shine could definitely switch to Mutalisk since he knows how effective they are against Stork these days. Mutalisks are becoming very, very effective against Protoss because Protoss, if they don't scout, it's very difficult to deal with mutas that just pop up in your base. If you don't know about them, it can be a huge hassle. Okay, Stork, he looks like he's going to try to take the 12 o'clock. A bunch of Scourge hanging around just in case. Stork should go for Corsair Reaver, which is what he's going for, and that was scouted by Shine, so that's why he has so many Scourge out. Going to try to snipe that shuttle with all of his Scourge. Let's see what's going on here. Shine, he has some Zerglings running all over the place, going up, and Stork has actually blocked both chokes with Zealots. He's stretched very thin as far as his troops go, so if Shine should attack, it might be a little bit difficult for Stork to defend, but okay, I think Stork's moving out. Stork moving out with this troop. Oh, he might be scouted at least by the Scourge. Yes, the Scourge did scout that, so Shine knows where those troops are. He knows where the Corsairs and the shuttle are. So that could be very, very bad. Look at all these Scourge. Yeah, Shine is going to try to take out this shuttle. He's going to try to end this right now by taking the air superiority like he did in the first game with a boatload of Scourge. The Scourge kind of hanging around, floating around, trying to find. He knows where it is now. Oh, Stork trying to melt all of the Scourge that he can, losing one Corsair in the process. Might have lost another one earlier. Didn't quite see if he even lost that, but okay, some Hydro is out to defend against this. Shuttle coming in with a Reaver. One Reaver, might be a second Reaver in. Oh, Burrow. Of course, Burrow coming out. Burrow is very, very useful against a Corsair Reaver build to hide your drones and get scouting like this. Look at these Zerglings all over the place looking for that Corsair Reaver troop.